Hello students, I am back with my explanation of the remaining lines of the poem Lotus Eaters. As you saw that Tennyson has very beautifully created a dreamland, a world where time is not changing only afternoon or only evening or only morning, so whatever time it is going to be forever. And poet has given scenic beauty of that particular place where these mariners, these sailors have just taken a kind of rest, or they have taken pause, and Ulysses promises them that I will lead you to the shore of the sea, and from where you all will reach to your home. But in between this description is going on. You saw that we have completed two stanzas, so now I take third stanza. The charm sunset lingered low adown. So, sometimes it seems like we are going through the description of some tropical paradise. So each and every object of the nature visible from there, Tennyson with a kind of color, with that all pictorial speciality he presents here, or he describes. So the description is what, that the charm sunset lingered lower down. It is now the time of the setting sun, and it seems to the poet that now setting sun is also lingering, as if sun also is not in mood to set, right? So nobody is able to leave that environment. Even noon is not ready to go, setting sun is not ready to take place. So a kind of stagnant dynamism, that mobility is moving. And here this lack of dynamism or mobility, that means romantic temperament, where time is not moving ahead. Time never comes in the romantic world. So a kind of red color at the time of the setting sun that is created. You may understand this idea, just as you go to river Ganga in the morning time and in the evening time, just to have glimpse of the setting sun and rising sun. That means a very beautiful picture is created. And then poet talks about the visibility of the mountain cleft and dell was seen for inland and yellow dawn. So what happens, that there is visibility of the some valleys, and these valleys are visible from the fissures and gaps of the mountains, right? So see how as if they are the human beings, and very beautifully poet describes that the people sitting there, they are observing the this view of valley, and how valley is visible because of the gap that is there in the mountain. So it is like a fissure, from that gap those picture is visible. And then he talks about the was seen for inland and yellow down, bordered with palm and a many winding well, and meadow set with slender galingale. So the yellow colored open highland is visible, and it seems that there is a kind of border of the palm tree and galingale. Do you know galingale? That means the ginger tree. So it seems, as I told you, that like a tropical paradise. So many things that automatically wild plants, they take place. So these trees and valleys and river and streams, visibility of the setting sun, complete portrayal of the world of nature, along with the typical selection of the word which tells us that how colorful environment was. And in fact the state of mind is having a kind of communication with the environment. So the yellow color that is shown here, or the color of the setting sun, so the entire mood is what, as if they are in sleepy zone, as if they are feeling that somniferous mood. So environment here supports to the mood. And now a land where all things always seem the same. So this is the place where mood never changes, where time never changes. It is always the same. So in this this is what the highlight or the central line of the poem, like and round about the keel with the faces pale, dark faces pale, against the rosy flame the mild-eyed melancholic lotus eaters came. So the inhabitant of that place, that means those who are living, those who are the permanently living there at that island, they all are having pale faces. Why pale faces? And they all are in a very different unconscious layer of their mind, where they are not completely in their conscious form of the body, but they all are having melancholy. So this melancholia is what one of the important aspects of the human life, that we are filled with melancholy, we are filled with sorrow. Melancholy is exactly not sorrow, but they are in such a state when they don't have senses, when they are not conscious. Even then, that tinge of sorrow, that tinge of sadness, that some human misery is inside, but now on the surface layer they have forgotten everything, but their faces appear pale and black. It suggests that they are in African coast, so the apparent color of the people, it is of black color. So the rosy flame, the light that is environment created because of the setting sun, just as I said that setting sun is also not in mood to disappear. Branches they bore of that enchanted stem, laden with the flower and fruit, whereof they gave to each but whose did receive of them, and taste to him the gushing of the wave. So what happens that the sailors, the mariners who are accompanying Ulysses, they all have now taken the stem, enchanted stem of this lotus fruit. So they all have taken the natural garments and natural the fruit they are eating, and out of which what happens that the air that is blowing there, the lovely atmosphere that they realize. So it is said, I don't have first hand experience, so it is said that when you are in problem, you just take alcohol, you take opium, right? So after taking alcohol and opium, perhaps you forget your pain, your that melancholic that mood. For sometimes you just come out of that sorrow, that sadness, right? So that thing, that opium and alcohol, it functions like that, right? Meaning to say that this particular lotus is functioning like alcohol and opium, just as Song of Nightingale was creating impact over the mind of Keats. Okay, so far away did seem to mourn and rave on alien shores, and if this fellow spake, his voice was thin as voices from the grave. So the lovely atmosphere these mariners they are enjoying, and when they are talking to each other, it seems that, oh, some ghost is speaking. So just as it happened that when you take some alcoholic element, and your voice quality changes, and most of the time you are not in your original format, original form, your voice is produced. So after taking some alcohol, something like opium, the quality of your voice changes. So same thing has happened. So to the fellow mariner, it appears that some ghost is speaking. So his voice was thin as voices from the grave. So as if ghost is speaking, and deep asleep he seemed, yet all awake, and music in his ears his beating heart did make. So what happens that they all are, they are in the dreamy state, but they are not dreamy, they are just in the grip of that fruit lotus, and because of that their senses have completely fainted, and they are slightly conscious, they are partially conscious, right? They are not completely conscious. So they all are enjoying this slumber, this slow moving environment. They are not running with the time, whereas in the common life, in our day-to-day life, we run, we move with time. Even our target, our goal is what? To run faster than the time. So people are mad after name and fame and money, and it is Victorian society. So industrialization, commercialization, the pressure of economy, all these things. So when you have family, you have to earn money, you have to look after them, social responsibilities, moral responsibilities. So these people are away from there, and they are enjoying this languid air. They sat them down upon the yellow sand between the sun and moon upon the shore. So they are actually sitting, and the time is the time of evening. So the very beautiful colors are there. It is of yellow sand, like on the sand of the beach. These people are sitting at the time of evening, the sun and moon upon the shore. So when the moon is to come and the sun is to go. So in between, these people are sitting on the shore of the sea, and they are talking to each other in just lethargic way without getting conscious that what to do and what not to do. And sweet it was to dream of fatherland. And sitting, lying there in lethargic attitude, they are thinking about their places, and they are from Ithaca. So they are thinking about their fatherland of child and wife and slave. So about the children, about wives, and about the servants. So it is the concept of family, where if you are rich people, you have servants, family, and children and wife. So they are thinking about the family members. But evermore most weary seemed the sea, weary the oar, weary the wandering field of barren foam. So not only their mood is of this slow nature, this laziness is not realized by them in their own self. Rather, the environment is also lazy, equally tired, right? So he says that the weary the sea, weary the oar. So the boat is also weary, the sea is also weary, very tired, and out of the slow movement of the water, the foam is created. It is also very tired. So everybody is in slow motion. So they are enjoying this slow motion. Then someone said, "We will return no more," and all at once they sang, our island home is far beyond the wave. We will no longer roam. So all these mariners, they are singing together that, okay, our home is very far and we are not going anywhere. So if this declaration through this song takes place that we are not going anywhere, it means that these people, they do not want to go back to the hustle and bustle of their life, to the problems and tension of their life, because human life, another name is misery. So you saw that Lotus Eaters is a poem by Tennyson, where very beautifully he has created a dream world, a dreamy land, and that completely, the description that he gives here, it completely matches with the mental condition of the people. So very beautifully, like an artist, he has created a world where the selection of color, selection of words is working like selection of color, and very close to romantic. And I hope you got explanation. In case of any confusion, you may ask. Thank you.